Hey, sorry for the delay in this video, or actually these videos, because as soon as I finish this one, I'm putting together the Word 2007 video, but they'll be posted together, so it won't seem like there's a delay. But anyway, I'm in my office right now, and taking some time to answer some questions that I think you might have or you might be thinking about while working on WA1, which is due at the end of this week. So right now, I'm going to just like I said, I'm going to answer some questions, and then if you have any more questions, maybe stuff I forgot to answer or maybe didn't make clear enough, feel free to email me. Anyway, on to the interview. I think the first important question is, how long is this paper really? Because after looking a couple places, I've got the Mac right next to me here, so I've got the assignment up. There are a couple different places where it has two different page lengths. Here's what I want. I want a minimum of 2 full pages. Okay, should be 2 to 4, no more than 5 pages, okay? But 2 pages, 2 full pages. Don't think that you can have like 1 page and then a line and then be like, well, I have 2 pages. No, 2 full pages. If it's close, that's fine. If you're not sure if it's close or not, you probably should write more. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Since this is a personal narrative, it is okay, in fact, probably required for you to use I or first person singular pronouns. You're talking about yourself, you're talking about past experiences. So you're going to want to make sure that you include words like I and me in your paper. Be very careful to use the word you, though, however, because sometimes that creates generalizations that you might not be intending to make. Okay. Looking at the questions or topics to consider, I want you to choose experiences that sort of highlight those questions. So maybe you talk about some of the reasons why you write, and maybe you write because you're a journalist. I don't think we have any journalism majors in the class, so it'd be safe to say you write for the type of writing you do and how you came into that and that sort of thing. But I do think that I'd recommend choosing at least 3 examples, personal examples, one of which talks about how you got into writing, the writing that you do, and that sort of thing. Maybe why you like writing or you don't like writing. Once again, I'm not trying to convert you all into English majors, but I do want to know about yourself and your writing process in order to, in order to figure out where we're starting from. Also, you might feel like your journal entries might have covered some of these questions that we're asking in the topics to consider. Well, I kind of did that on purpose. First of all, I don't ever give busy work. I don't see the point, and it just gives me more to grade. So, so you can use those journal entries and expand on them, okay? And when you do have your experiences, okay, make sure that you talk about, obviously you want to give details into the experience, but I think also what's just as important is making sure that you have enough information there that explains why you chose that particular experience and how it affected you. Because otherwise it's like, okay, you have this great story, but what does that mean? How has that changed how you view writing, and literacy more generally? While it doesn't say this, you really should have a definition of what literacy means to you based on how your examples fit together. Okay, I'm not looking for a Webster dictionary definition, and I'm not expecting your definition to be perfect, but I want your definition to really show me that you understand what literacy is and that you're applying it to your personal experience. So make sure that you do that, okay? What is a thesis statement? Okay, so we've heard about thesis statements for a really long time, or at least I think that they've been around for a really long time. And let me explain it in this way. It's a sentence that not only tells me what your paper is about, and but it's also why I, or anyone really, should read your paper. Okay, it can be two sentences, but really it's just 1 to 2 sentences that basically tells me what your paper is about and why I should read it. Along the same note, I should probably say that do make these interesting, because if it's something that you don't want to read, do you think I'm going to want to read it? Okay, just think about that as you're writing your paper. Keep it interesting and relevant to you. Okay. Okay, a few final things to kind of let you know as you're preparing your final draft, or your draft. I give you the paper guidelines handout for a reason. If you don't have 2007, then the next video that's up here for this week probably won't be that much use to you, but I do want it to look the way I gave it to you. Okay, sometimes life and education is about following instructions, and this is one of those things. If you have pages, I think a couple of you are Mac users. I'm sure there is a way to format it on those. I just haven't really had time to play with pages. My computer has Office for Mac. And if you're using Pages on a Mac and you're afraid that you might not get the formatting right, they do have a free source software for Mac and PC called OpenOffice, and it's a free download, and it has all these different types of Office programs. Just make sure that when you use that program that you save it as a doc file instead of an ODT file, because otherwise I won't be able to open it, and I do mean it. If I can't open it, you can't receive credit. Usually saving it as a doc file is really easy. It's just a matter of looking at the file type that you want to save it as and scrolling down and finding doc. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. But anyway, I'm looking, the visual representation part of your paper, that is what the second part of your journal entry is about for this week. So you might want to do your journal entry first and then figure out how to put that into your paper. And also, like I said, it's not a requirement to follow or answer every single one of the questions that I asked you, but I do want to feel like you have, you've addressed the topic and those sorts of things. So if you're not sure, you might want to do some revision. Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck, and I will talk to you guys later.